Fellow Biafrans, ladies and gentlemen, I greet you wherever you are. Depends on your time zone. From here, I say to you good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I'm here with an important message, and this message does not concern only one person. I'm making this video purposely because of Biafrans who are living in the north. I know that even in Kano State, there is Igbo community in Kano State, or call it Biafrans community in Kano State. So, try to understand me this morning. Many Biafrans are living in Sokoto, such as some communities, local governments, and villages in Sokoto, such as Ajia Lema, Faro, 65 Battalion, Wanawa, Mame Market, Bello Way, Gulubi, Guzo, and Warogo, and etc. I want to as well inform you that Biafrans are living in Katsina State. Biafrans filled Kaduna State, Zaria to be precise. There are many Biafrans as well living in Birnin Kebbi, that is Kebbi State. I can assure you, as I'm talking now with you, that the Biafrans filled Mokwa, Bida, Soleja, Niger State, as well as Zamfara State, where it is happening now. There are many Biafrans as well in Borno State, that is Maiduguri, where terrorists build their mansions in Sambisa Forest. I can assure you as well that Abuja is filled, saturated with heavy presence of Biafrans. I'm telling you all this so that you will not forget yourself and claim that you people are one Nigeria, that what happens to others, you are not exempted. You are applicable for it to happen to you. Listen and listen good. Bullet didn't go to school. Bullet have no wisdom. And Bullet does not fear a king. Bullet does not fear a president. Remember, in the history of America, there was a man who won a president during election. He won the presidential election, but could not rule. He was assassinated just with one bullet, where he was jubilating and celebrating with people. Assassins targeted him and shot him on the head. I will not tell you the name of that man. Use your tongue and count your teeth. Try to understand when somebody is deceiving you and when somebody is telling you the truth. You are my brothers. You are my sisters. I'm your father. Listen to good instruction. All what I'm trying to explain to you, that this is first in history in America for American personnel to win election but could not rule for 1 minute. It has entered history. The man will not come back again. The enemies have taken away his life. I'm telling you this for you to understand that what is happening in Nigeria is repugnant to European countries and America as well. Though America or Americans are the world power, but still that president was killed innocently. And till today, they have not figured out the person who killed him. Understand that Americans are very perfect in anything that have to do with the technology or detection. All right? So, don't go too far. Try to understand what I'm telling you this moment. It will help you to save your life, because nobody will love you more than you love yourself. I'm only here with a good advice and instruction so that your life will be saved. Remember, you are not more than those who have died because of this issue of Nigeria instability, crisis everywhere, mostly from the north. The whole world today can attest that the major problem going on today is from the northern part of Nigeria. But they will tell you that Igbo people does not have a king, that Biafrans are not one, that Biafrans don't have peace. You can now stand tall and beat your chest and testify to the whole world that Biafrans are the most peaceful people on earth and very united, because the crisis and cases going on in the northern part of Nigeria have not been found, even a quarter of it, in Biafra land. I'm not saying that there is any perfect place. And this was why I brought the issue of America. So, don't mistake me. But I want to tell you that Biafrans are in unity. And the unity of Biafrans are being transparent and demonstrated. Biafrans have peace more than any part of Nigeria. And this is why Hausas, Yorubas, Fulanis, and the other ethnic languages in Nigeria are running to eastern part of Nigeria, because that is where there is peace. Please, don't misunderstand me. I'm saying the truth. For the security of the lives of my people and other people, because life have no duplicate. Example again, we respect Americans We value Americans. This is the truth. Americans are powerful people, and they are doing very well in terms of security, in terms of protection, in terms of sincerity in anything you are doing with them. I'm telling you the truth because I lived in America for more than 10 years in my life. And I can tell you many places in America. But this is not what we are here to discuss. But I'm just telling you a little bit about my genealogy. I am a human being like you. I feel your pains. I feel your sorrows. I feel your anguish and your shedding of tears every time you gather and your fellow human being will destroy it. And there is no remorse. There is no compensation. And there is no remembrance about your lost sufferings. Therefore, let me remind you one crucial incident that the whole world felt and can never be forgotten in a history. And it happened in America, where Osama bin Laden, that is the Al-Qaeda leader, destroyed the World Trade Center, the highest uprising in the whole world. If I'm not mistaken, it's 100 decking. If I'm wrong, please gently correct me that I'm wrong. Osama bin Laden was the leader of the terrorists. He carefully planned it, and that was Barack Obama's regime. When Barack Obama was the president of United Nations. So, are you listening to me? It have never happened in the history of America until Barack Obama, a Muslim man, become a president in America. And it was like hell was loosed on earth because over 5,000 people were confirmed dead the same day. Both children, adults, men and women. And I don't think until this world comes to an end that Americans will ever allow African man to become a president of America. If that was a mistake, they have not even finished correcting it up to date because they lost money, they lost lives, they lost properties, and it becomes a disgrace or an insult by some people who didn't understand that this thing that happened to Americans can happen to anybody. It was not the fault of Americans, But let me believe that it was a set-up attack. It was a coordinated attack. That attack on World Trade Center was a coordinated attack, well arranged by the highly placed people in Islamic religion, the jihadists. Carefully, I want to tell you that Americans feel it so painful and find it difficult to forgive those who committed that dastard act against them. Till today, they are still looking for some of them to pay for their evil deed. And now, you can see that the same people who destroyed America uprising are the same people who are operating in Nigeria and oppressing Nigerian citizens. So, and that oppression and suppression, subjugation, terrorism, banditry, kidnapping, and rapist are from the same Islamic leaders in Nigeria that are arranging and sponsoring attacks, mainly on Christians, because they destroy churches. All this I'm telling you is the truth. The whole world can testify that what I'm saying this morning is the truth. They go to churches on Sunday where people are worshiping God and open fire on the worshippers to the extent of killing pastors, men of God. And Nigeria government was not moved by the actions and decisions of terrorists against Nigerians, citizens. And the people who have orchestrated this are the Nigerian politicians, because power, according to them, is in their hand, not to better the lives of the Nigerian citizens, but to destroy the lives of Nigerian citizens. Recently, you heard everybody crying in Nigeria of hunger, starvation, and acute malnutrition. So what are Nigerians using the money that they are making on daily basis to do? They share it within themselves. Everybody goes his way. Then the poor masses are suffering. In that sufferness, they did not allow them to have peace. They kill them, they rape them, they abduct them, and they demand for ransom of what those poor, innocent Nigerians have never seen since they were born. A poor man who didn't have 10,000 naira, you are demanding 600 million naira. But if he didn't provide it, he will be killed. Quote me right, that in Nigeria, animosity, atrocity, whoredom, and sacrilege, ethnic cleansing, abominable things are being committed with impunity because nobody asks and nobody cares. A country where policemen who are terrorists and call themselves DSS are the judge of Nigeria federal government. Is whatever the DSS decides is what Tinubu and Buhari does. Judges and lawyers have no mouth in Nigeria. And this tells you how animalistic and useless that country and their governments are. There is no government of Nigeria that is different from another one. The whole president of Nigeria is one. They act in one voice. They speak in one voice. They move in the same lifestyle because of religiosity. So, my people, once bitten, twice shy. What I'm telling you this moment is that what you heard happening in another place, it could be you. It could be another person. Don't say that that person that died by bullet or bomb is not holy. That was why it happened to him. You are not holier than God. And you are not more holy than any human being on earth. And don't forget that the way you feel pains is the way another person feels. The way you feel thirsty, the way you feel hungry is the way others feel. So try to put yourself in the shoes of those that these evil attacks are happening on them. Fellow dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, the information reaching me this morning, very early this morning, says that the Nigeria Chief Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, have decided to go deep to the bottom of what is happening in Nigeria as the Chief Defense Staff of Nigeria. I listened to Musa in his speeches this morning. He said he is not going to leave any stone unturned in Zamfara State because of the activities of the terrorists and bandits in Zamfara State and other parts of the northern region by the hand of the man they called Bello or Bello Kingpin. So that whatever it will take him and the Nigerian militaries to take Bello out, that they will do it. And Musa went ahead to beg Nigeria government to release more helicopters, more fighter jets, more armored cars and sophisticated weapons, and more intelligent officers for him to go into this warfare. And he was bitterly complained. When I say bitterly complained that Nigerian soldiers are no more trusted by the Nigerian citizens. And this is why they classify Nigerian soldiers to be the members of terrorists and bandits in Nigeria. That name alone have rubbished Nigerian military system, and the whole world are not taking Nigerian military seriously. They see them as unserious people, to the extent of some countries calling Nigerian militaries cowards. That if they are not cowards, what stops them from fighting terrorists and destroying terrorists and bandits out of Nigeria? Looking at how Nigerians are being scattered all over the world, every country, and anybody you interview or ask will tell you the same thing, that terrorists and bandits does not allow them to go to farm, does not allow them to eat and drink. No water for them, no food on their table. Their children are no more in school. Church does not exist in many parts of the northern region of Nigeria because of the activities of terrorists and bandits. And when the whole world gather this information, then it seemed to be true that Nigerian militaries are indeed bandits and terrorists. That he, in his position and capacity, this time he is going to prove whoever that called them terrorists wrong. That they are not terrorists, but real Nigerian soldiers. And how are they going to achieve this objective? They are going to achieve it by mobilizing their special forces, their resistance forces, their ground forces, the Air Force and Navy, so that those terrorists, those who come through the sea, can be dealt with. And those ones who are already inside the country can be faced squarely. And the ones who are hiding can be detected by warplane and fish them out. So, my brothers and my sisters, remember that the way bitter cola sound is not how it sweets in the mouth. Be careful and be on your guard. Don't always forget that you are in the midst of your enemies, those that hated you so much, that a Biafran man have no safety and have no pity in any part of Nigeria and does not have any place in any part of Nigeria. So for this reason, as the Chief Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, have made this announcement this morning, and he told Nigerians that they are going to swing into action with immediate effect. So, and they have arranged some schools out of the environment where this operation is going to take place. And some churches and some mosques have been shifted far from where this operation is going to take place. What I'm saying this moment should not look new to you. You are my witness that whenever Nigerian military forces are going for challenge with the terrorists, reverse is always the case. The Nigerian soldiers that will be killed, Sahara Reporter will not report it. Nigeria Television Authority will not show it. No any news agency of Nigeria that will report to you how many thousands of Nigerian soldiers that were killed by terrorists and bandits. Bear me witness, I'm saying the truth. Because this morning, if you have listened to General Musa, you will hear when he said, let he and his fellow soldiers have a minute silence for the souls of the Nigerian military officers who have departed to the great beyond. In the previous operation they went 2 weeks ago to rest in peace. I assure you, and I'm telling you, that many Nigerian soldiers who are going to go for this operation will not return alive. You know the reason? The reason is one. Those Nigerian soldiers who are competent enough, that knows what military is all about, have been removed from military activities. Some of them were, demoted instead of being promoted because they are not Muslims. Some of them have been illegally killed by terrorists through politicians setting them up. As they went for that operation, they did not come back. It's not that they don't know the tactics to fight terrorists or to conquer terrorism in Nigeria. But politicians who are sponsoring terrorists in Nigeria have paid the terrorists to kill them, even enlisted their names and give to the terrorists, probably giving the terrorists their pictures and informations. And when they will come and the road they will pass, then they will lay ambush on them. So, fellow Biafrans, I want to tell you that if it were to be said that this ugly incident going on in the north was happening in eastern region part of Nigeria, they will say it is IPOB. They will say it's Mazen Namdekano, it's Simon Ekpa, it's agitators, it's sensationists, it's separatists. You see? So all kinds of ammunitions and terrorists in military uniforms and the Tucano jets, there will be no airspace. And on the land, there will be no space for you to walk because of the heavy presence of the military terrorists in uniform from Nigeria coming to fight IPOB. Listen to me. This their movement will end up futile because many times they have gone for operation to fight terrorists. Then they will use Tucano jet to go and bombard the people who are in their room, inside their houses, in their villages, cooking and eating. And the army chief will come and tell you that they are sorry, that it was a mistake. A mistake that you don't know where terrorists are living. A mistake that terrorists are inside the people's room, cooking and eating, just for you to see how deceptive Nigeria government and their militaries are. I'm telling you, whether if you're an Hausa man, you are very important to your family. You are a Yoruba man, you are very important to your family. You are a Biafran man, you are very important to your family. Don't allow Nigeria government and their armless militaries to take away your life before your time. Don't allow them to deceive you that they are going to fight terrorists. You should follow them. I'm saying this because of what I have heard from Musa, the Chief Defense Staff of Nigeria. He said that this is not the time to form local vigilantes or local police officers. That the time to form village police officers have not come. It's not now. You heard him? But people are dying. Since you believe that your presence and activeness can cover and protect the people in the rural areas, the villagers who are hungry, that want to go to farm to get what they will eat. You are not doing anything. You fold your hands and you are watching them dying. And you say, it's not the time to form local police to protect communities, villages, and local governments because Nigeria military and police, DSS, are failures. They have failed. Nigeria government have failed. Tinubu is a failure. During Buhari came out internationally and declared that he has failed in insecurity. But in Tinubu's period, Tinubu believed that he is not in Astor Rock for any Nigerian. He is in Astor Rock for Niger Delta Petroleum. That's what is there only. That's why Tinubu is in Astor Rock. For oil, who can buy oil? How many barrels of oil do you need? And the country that can borrow him money in billions of dollars and pounds. This thing you see him doing, that is how everywhere we remain moody and misery until the very day either he died or his tenure completed. Then he will pack all the money he has borrowed, he has sold oil, he has embezzled, and leave as a rock. And it will be clapping, they will be clapping for him. His group, Tinubu's group, will be clapping for him. That he has done well. No president in Nigeria or on earth that look like Tinubu. Absolutely. There's no any president that look like Tinubu at all. Watch the whole president in Africa. Watch the whole president in Europe. Watch the whole president in Asia. Watch the whole president in United Nations. No one, and I mean no one, that look like Tinubu. Tinubu is not something that you're supposed to meet early in the morning. Tinubu is supposed not to be the first thing you should see or you should set your eyes on when they break. It's a bad dream. It's a bad luck. When you dream, you saw Tinubu in your dream. If you can go to your pastor or a prophet or a strong witch doctor or your occult grandmaster or see Satan himself and find out why this kind of nightmare come to you. I'm telling you the truth. Tinubu is the Nigerian nightmare. There's no two ways about it. Because the wickedness of Tinubu is being felt by a baby in the womb. The wickedness of Tinubu affects babies in the womb negatively. Bible says when the righteous is on the throne, people rejoice. Then now what happened when Tinubu is on the throne? What is happening in Nigeria? Are people rejoicing? And if people are not rejoicing, then who is Tinubu? You say you are eating meat, as some of you believe. You are eating meat and your gum is bleeding. Are you the one eating meat or meat is eating you? You run after Tinubu. You serve him. You bow down to him. You worship him. In all these things, not even food on your table to eat. Your center table is against you. Your center table you keep in your house. Drag you on the ground and teach you a lesson that you will never forget, because hungry have no respect of any person. And don't forget that a hungry man is an angry man. When people are hungry, what do you want them to do? Tinubu have decided to keep the whole Nigerians stand still. They should wait. He is bringing food. Very soon, Nigerians will begin to go to the neighboring countries to beg for food. This is what they used to do. Then they will tell United Nations that Northerners are dying, that poverty in the north is on the high rate. I'm aware. Americans have given northern people in Nigeria a lot of billions of dollars just to make sure that they have enough food and medication, but still they don't have anything. Sit yourself down and ask yourself a question. Are you your problems, or someone else is your problem? Tinubu is fighting for his children. You can see his sons. They are ministers. And his wife, the first lady of Nigeria. And she's the one ruling Nigeria. Because whatever she said is what both the military, the police, the DSS, and the Tinubu does. Ladies and gentlemen, take wisdom from me and don't sell it. Chief Defense Staff of Nigeria said that he is on his way to conquer terrorists, to conquer bandits, to make sure that Bello, Kingpin, does not exist anymore. If you have listened to him this morning, and we are waiting, and we are watching on how the showdown is going to be, because Bello Kingpin have told him that he cannot arrest him because they work together. They shouldn't forget their business and activities. So let's see. And he shouldn't forget that Kingpin have his VAS, have his generals, have his own chief defense minister, chief defense staff, army chief. Kingpin Bello have all these things. Inspector General that will take their time to inspect Christopher Musa and his military generals when they arrive Zamfara State and other northern states for their operation. As he is busy ranting here, did you think that he is supposed to divulge the secret of what Nigerian militaries are going to do to the terrorists and bandits and Bello Kingpin? Did you think it is necessary? So, my dear listener, don't throw away what you have. Don't throw it away because somebody promised to give you what you don't have. Be on your guard.